everyone, it's Thursday. I'm Andrew Dowd. Time for Happening in the Hamptons podcast, our weekly breakdown of the Hamptons market, new listings, and events on the East End. We are sponsored today by New York Title Abstract, the Hamptons' leading title insurance firm. Visit newyorktitle.com. We have a light crew today, but a good one. Steve Glick is here. Dave Rotiner is still off, and we are joined by Augie Hoerrner. How are you, sir? Good to have you back on.
Happy to be here.
We got a lot to cover today. We're going to talk a little bit about recent activities, some rentals, and even golf, because we're getting close to the U.S. Open. But let's start with the activity. You guys have started the year busy. A couple listings, couple in contract, couple already sold and closed. So what's going on? What are you seeing?
So we've been very, very busy with rentals, and also with we started the year with four listings. Two are in contract. One is sold, and it was a good year on Wall Street and seeing activity. Also, I have a number of buyers. Half of them want to rent this summer, but look while they're out here. So we need inventory to.
So when people are looking to rent and then buy, are they out here this summer to kind of get a feel for what hamlet they want to be in, or what price point? What do you see?
Very much so. These are the high end buyers.
Okay.
High end buyers.
Okay.
But then our business is from the low end to the high end, so it's a mixture. But the high end buyers want to rent and get a feel for it if they want to be in Southampton, Bridgehampton.
Yeah.
Watermill.
So, Augie, when did you start seeing this recent activity? Was it the beginning of the new year, or?
It was really at the beginning of the year. But then all of a sudden the blizzard came, and the world stopped for
things slowed down for a little bit.
A little bit what's happened internationally, with the war, that people, but the market has, went straight it off. It's come back strong.
Yeah.
But right now it's probably off 3%. So, after being off by 8 or 9%. So it's and Wall Street had a good year. So those people are out, and
you see a direct correlation usually between what's going on on Wall Street and out here?
On the higher end buyers, the lower end buyers are very sensitive to interest rates, but interest rates have maintained where they've been a little bit on the higher side, 6%, we'll just say. And, it doesn't look like they're everyone always worries about inflation, but it's always out there. But no, people, it's been at this rate for a while now. So people have acclimated themselves that this is what I'm going to have to pay to get a mortgage.
Right.
So talk about the rental market. I know you guys work with a lot of renters. You have a lot of listings out there. What season, what period of time are they renting for?
No, it's really seasonal.
Okay.
July, August.
July and August.
And you can't really tell which. For once, July was the hottest month. Then August became the hottest month. Now I'd say August, and back to August being the desirable month. So we have, but it's active.
Yeah,
it's active. You really can't fill all the requests you have.
Yeah, we've been seeing our rental activity up at the firm, teetering around up 15% from last year. And last year was up already from the year previous. So like year over year, it keeps going up, about 15% for the amount of rentals we're doing. We have a lot of exclusive rentals represented here at the firm. I know you and your partner Vince, that you guys represent a lot of rental listings exclusively, which is great because you're the ones taking care of the listing, doing the showings, marketing the property, and representing the landlord to the fullest. It's better than having it being open where everybody's, partaking and managing the listing.
Yeah. What are you saying to folks that are trying to rent their house? I mean, is it about having the house look a certain way? Is it about having a pool? Is price king?
If you take a 3-mile radius of the Shinnecock Hills Golf Club,
okay,
there's 275 houses that are up for rent for the month of June. So
3 miles?
3-mile radius. So everyone wants to rent their house for the
I wonder why. Yeah,
They're
the U.S.
looking
Open.
at very high rental prices. And the one thing that's taken place this year in 2026 Open, the USGA that usually rents many, many, many homes have all their people in hotels.
Wow.
So they're renting a couple homes. We're doing one right on the north side of the golf course to them. But that's usually a lot of the homes. So
was that different from 2018 was the last time they were here, right?
Yeah, 2018, where they put them all in rental homes.
Interesting.
They didn't do the hotel route.
I wonder what changed. Was it just a convenience thing, or do you have any insight?
If you have to rent 30 homes or whatever.
Right. Yeah,
It's
I guess
the money.
that becomes...
It's the money.
Yeah, it's usually what it's
Well,
about.
look, there's not a lot of hotels out here, you know,
Right,
at
that's the
all.
thing.
So like I guess you're renting in, again, the hotels in, I would say Riverhead would be.
Well, Riverhead too.
Yeah.
I think they might rent at Barron's Cove.
Oh, good.
Canoe Place Inn has corporations. They
Right.
Rolex and that. But so they were out here early, and you talk about the pros coming out. Most of them will, for rentals for the Open, most of them will now focus right after the Masters. That started this morning. Next month they go to Aronimink in Philadelphia or outside of Philadelphia to play PGA. But once the Masters comes, it's like a sigh of relief. The first major is on its way, and they'll focus on the Open.
So you're anticipating that things are gonna like get really busy from the rental perspective.
Well, Saunders and myself talk right to the USGA player relations.
Okay.
So they were up here. They looked at a number of homes for the players. So we're firsthand on what players are doing.
Yeah.
And if everyone wants Scotty Scheffler to come into his, I don't know where his home is, but he rented it last September.
Okay.
So when is the U.S. Open? Give us the dates.
All right, U.S. Open, June 15th to 21st. Those 7 days. First 3 days of practice rounds. Next 4 days is the competition. There's a cut after the first 2 rounds, and half the players will go home.
So the 21st, that is Father's Day, correct?
That's Father's Day.
So that's the championship day, right?
That's it.
What a way to spend your Father's
heck
Day.
yeah.
Watching some golf right there at the U.S. Open in Shinnecock. Man,
You ever been to a golf tournament? Like
I have.
to watch?
I went to when Tiger Woods was out in the U.S. Open, years ago. That was a lot of fun watching him. Is he going to show up this year?
No, Tiger had a car accident, so he's...
In other news,
he's laying low.
I got you.
Right? Okay.
I got you. All right. So golf rentals. If anybody has any questions, you're the guy to call. So if you're looking for a rental.
So if they call the USGA will give them Saunders and Associates, and they'll give them my number. So we're firsthand of what's happening.
Augie, give us some inside information about the U.S. Open. What's going on over there? I'm driving by it every day, and there's so much construction going on. They're building these.
There's so much construction, but there's going to be a lot less construction than they had in 2018. There's not going to be that many corporate tents as before.
Okay.
But it's a big operation. They put a fence around the 250 acres that are there. They're putting roads throughout the golf course, blacktop roads that they'll take up after the golf course.
Nice.
I think you have it. I think you have a 100-yard football field in the merchandise tent.
Oh, that's the thing I see.
We play football there. All right, but here's the little bit of the way I see it. Players are hitting the ball on an average. The top guys 325 yards, and it's incredible. And they talk about rolling back the ball and all that, which they're not going to do. Maybe in 2030 or something, years down the road. So there's a lot of controversy. But Shinnecock in 2018 narrowed the fairways considerably.
Okay.
And the lowest score ever to shoot in the U.S. Open at Shinnecock is 4 under, Retief Goosen in 2004.
Wow.
So my prediction, can't get it as the Saunders prediction, that the winner will be in double digits, 10 under or better. So that's the inside scoop.
I like
Fairways
that.
are going to be wide open. They play it the same way that the members and the members' guests play it every day.
Interesting.
Shinnecock opens up May 1st.
Okay.
And the Open will be June 15th to the...
Now, are they doing more trains? I know in a couple years ago, they had like the train service was just like they added more trains to go.
They definitely will have
and then they
train
had the bridge going over.
They have to build a bridge.
Oh, they are doing the bridge again?
Yeah, they have it. That hasn't gone up yet.
I haven't seen that start yet. I'm sure it's going to be some major
I see a lot of
construction.
surveyors out there trying to figure it out. But
that was the easiest way to go there. When I went, I hopped on the train, I think in Spionk. And
just came out.
It was like 2 stops, and you just walk right over the bridge. It was
is nice.
It was very easy to.
And
get
last time they had a lot of parking in West Hampton in the airport.
Right.
This year they don't have that, so the parking will be different.
Oh, we don't have the
Go down
Gretzky Airport.
They'll be parking down on the reservation and that. But
right.
As you get closer, it will be very well published. What's the best way to get
where you can go?
I would say the train. That would be my advice. If you're able to do it, take the train in and out. Yeah.
Yeah, but we want you to come for more than just that one day. If you can, stay out here, and you can rent for 3 days. The town's changed it to 3-day rentals.
Oh, right.
But
Right. That's good insight.
Stay the week, and then figure out how you can rent for the summer. and be out here and enjoy what we have in the Hamptons.
Yes.
So what's your prediction? Who's going to win the U.S. Open?
We first have to get past the Masters, the PGA.
Who's going to win this weekend? You got a favorite
Who do you
for
like?
this
Who do
weekend?
you like in the Masters?
The player from right here in Westchester is Cameron Young.
Okay.
He just won the Players' Championship.
Ooh.
He can hit it as far as anyone.
Wow.
And so he's the local. He's
Okay.
on the Met PGA that's here in the area. He's a ambassador to that. He
Okay.
gave $100,000 for a scholarship that they'll start. So his father was the pro at Sleepy Hollow, which is in Westchester.
Okay.
So that's who we're pulling for.
Okay.
Oh,
Cameron Young,
I like it.
long
Nice.
shot,
Let's go.
Probably 25-1 if you can still get the bet in.
All right.
You got it.
I should
I'm
go
on
to the
it.
driving range more. I should have taken up golf. What was I thinking? Playing lacrosse. Totally wrong sport. All right, big picture, boss. What do we got for the numbers?
Yeah, this week, 18 listings went into contract. Last year, 31. We're looking at a decrease there of 42%. 2 years ago, there were 24 listings that went into contract and a decrease of 25% from 2 years ago. Breakdown of the 18 transactions: one over 20 million, one between 15 and 20 million, one between 10 and 15, three between 3 and 5, five between 2 and 3, six between 1 and 2, and one under a million. So a lot of activity in all different price categories. The dollar volume was 89 million. Last year was 139 million. A decrease of 36%. 2 years ago was 78 million. So a decrease there as well as 14%. But the biggest news this week was 49 listings came onto the market, which is an all-time high, I'm going to say. I'm going to go out on a limb there and say I have not seen this many listings come on in 1 week alone. That increases the inventory by 31 listings. So Augie says he's working with a lot of buyers. 49 new listings onto the market. That is very helpful and good to see. So we're going to hopefully see some more movement in the end contracts based on the inventory increasing. The 49 new listings break down: 2 between 10 and 15 million, 6 between 5 and 10, 11 between 3 and 5, 11 between 2 and 3, 17 between 1 and 2 million, and 2 under $1 million. Inventory is 1,673 total listings, 1,322 active, and there's always about 350 in contract. So good to see that spring is still in the air. People are getting their houses opened and show ready. I know the traffic's been very busy coming out here to the Hamptons, and there's a lot of, workers and pool companies and landscapers and
Game
people
on
just
for the season.
Yeah, getting that spring cleanup, turning on your irrigation and getting your house ready. To me, it was a late season. I still personally didn't do the spring cleanup just because, it was the late season, but it's going to come, and it's going to come quick. So be ready, and I'm glad to see all the new listings coming on.
I like it. All right, so Dave's in Jamaica this week,
man.
hanging out, having a good time. So I'm gonna do my best to fill in for him for what's going on. But if you want to see all the things that we have to offer, we can go to hamptons.com. But let's start with who loves spaghetti? I love spaghetti. All right, so the Rotary Club, Hampton Bay's 41st annual spaghetti dinner will be Sunday, April 12th, 9 p.m. at Villa Paul Restaurant, which is a great restaurant right across from Buckley's in Hampton Bays. The event funds local scholarships and youth programs, so you're donating to a good cause, as well as the Hampton Bays Food Pantry and many other causes. Rotary Club always doing some good work.
Yep.
Let's see. I actually when I was in college, I took a history of jazz class. And I got to tell you, a real appreciation for the music.
Nice.
The East End Jazz celebrates Miles Davis and John Coltrane. Let's see. This is Sunday, April 12th, 2 to 5, the Southampton Cultural Center, 25 Pond Lane. That is going to transform, as they say, into a jazz sanctuary. 35 minutes, of jazz, and a couple locals are going to be playing various jazz instruments, and this is all to pay homage to the 100th birthday, celebrating Miles Davis and John Coltrane. So that sounds pretty cool. Again, that's April 12th, 2 to 5. Mark your calendar.
Okay.
And let's talk a little bit more food. Why not? You can take a cooking class, which I actually think this would be really cool. I don't know who Chef Alex is, but at Rare in Hampton Bays, that's at the Hampton Maid. This is also Sunday. Everything's going on Sunday, April 12th, 3:30 to 6:30. You can get a hands-on cooking class. They're going to be making Spanish tapas and paella, complete with a wine pairing. Okay, this is $150 a person, plus tax and gratuity, and you can purchase these tickets if you go on Hamptons.com. We have the link there. Let me see what I got. What else I got? Town and Country Hike. This is at Amagansett at the library, April 11th. So I guess that's Saturday.
Yep.
11 to 12:30. Starting on Main Street in Amagansett, hiking through the village, up through the fields. Look, it's springtime. This is kind of what you want to be doing.
Yeah, the weather's going to be
Get
nice
out
this
there,
weekend. I think
enjoy that.
Yeah, we're going to be in the 60s, and I think it's time to have some good weather and time to be outside.
I don't even know if this costs anything. 5.5 mile hike.
The hike should be free.
Moderate pace. That's a good way to get out, stretch your legs, enjoy Amagansett. Things are going to be picking up. The weather's coming in. That's a good couple things to do this weekend, And then I'm sure there's plenty of open houses. Those are available on our website, Saunders.com. And Augie, anything else you want to touch on?
I just want to tell you about 4 Bonita in Shinnecock Shores. That's a listing that we have.
Okay.
It's $1,850,000. It's right on the water. You park your boat, and it has a swimming pool. It's been completely renovated. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and pretty special.
Nice.
It's the lot is a lot and a half.
Okay.
So come out.
Are you guys going to be there this weekend doing an open house?
Definitely.
Nice.
No,
okay.
I've got to put Vince to work.
Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Vince couldn't join us, but all right. So, if Augie's not
When
there,
it comes to Hampton Days, he can tell you from the time they put the first brick down. So,
there you go. Well, you got to be out playing golf and networking, man. You got rentals to hook people up
I'm
with.
going to be watching a little of the Masters.
Okay.
That's where I'm going to be.
Good deal. All right. Well, we'll call that a podcast today. Augie, thanks for joining us.
One thing I wanted to say is, just Saunders and Associates, from the top down, our marketing people, our admins, first class, makes life a lot easier. We get a lot done.
We appreciate that.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks, Augie. Shout out to the admins and the Southampton Village office. So you guys are in there all the time working. It's a beautiful office, and that office is going to come alive this summer. The doors are always wide open. The music's playing. It's
one of my favorite events. I mean, we're getting ahead of
there.
it. Is July 4th, like the parade.
Yeah.
The office is like the place to be. You're right there on Main Street. A lot to look forward to this season, and we're just getting started, which is even better. So
and that's where you can find Augie. Augie will be there. Vince Pescatori will be there. The whole crew will be there in Southampton Village. Can't
working
go wrong.
hard.
Yep.
Good deal. All right, Augie, thank you. We'll call that a podcast. Everybody, enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend. I'm Andrew Dowd, and that's what's happening in the Hamptons.